Hi, so we are back with another video of unboxing and review. So this time we have one of the slimmest, I would say, unisex watch that you can buy, and it's a smartwatch. So it comes with two versions, that is the simple one and the premium version, as you can see. And it's from Amazfit. The model is called Active 2 as written here, and the battery, as they mentioned, is around 10 days, going to be last around 10 days, of course not with AOD or always on display, and using some of the sensors, of course, for example the sleep sensor, the heart rate monitor sensor, for example. And I'm going to, of course, test this watch and compare it with the Xiaomi Band 10 Pro. That is one of the competitor for this watch. Of course, the price of this is around 130 euros in Europe, and then the premium version and the other, or the normal version, is around 108 euros. So the premium version, what does has, which I think is the material, or the metal, the stainless steel, is bruised version. It's not the polished version. And the normal one has the polished version, which looks a bit shiny. And the other difference, I think the major difference is, of course, the sapphire glass. So the glass is not easily, what you can call it, the scratchable. And the other one, people said, or in the reviews, people said that it's much easy to be bruised or to be scratched, and you can notice it. Okay, so let's unbox and see what's inside. So we have the watch here showing Discover Amazing. That's Amazfit. I would say Discover Amazfit would be better, but okay. So let's peel it off. And here we have the watch itself. So this comes with, because this is the premium version, so this comes with the two bands. One is the leather band, which is this one, and the other, you do not have any choice, but it comes with the silicone band. This came with the orange one. I will also show you orange or red. I will also show you. And they also do not provide any USB cable. So like Apple, they are going to save the world, save the earth, by not providing the USB-C cable or the cable itself, only the adapter. Well, actually, of course, in the Apple you do not need the adapter, but this needs adapter, and they give the adapter with it. So let's see the other things in the box. So this is the band that we got, the, well, reddish orange, what can I call it? And then we have the charger. So it comes with the USB-C, as you can see here. So it is USB-C adapter. You can put any phone adapter, and this is what you have. So it's easy to lose. And also it says Amazfit. So this is all in the box, and of course there is a manual, but we do not care about that. Nobody cares about that. So it comes with the two buttons, that is above and down, and they are pretty sleek. So they are not like a knob, which mostly see in the analog watches. And that's a good thing. Here you have the sensor, here is the charging port. It's pretty sleek, I would say. You have also the speaker, because it also allows the Bluetooth calls. It also has a speaker, so you can use this speaker, or even for the music, which is very nice stuff. Of course the battery will be great, and it's very nice stainless steel. And you also have the bars for the analog around, if you see that marking 10, 20, and so on. Of course, if you the analog watches, some faces comes with that, so you don't need to worry about that. And I believe so, if we keep pressing the down button, then so you have either down button or either up button. I will try with the up button. I always mix it up. So by pressing the up button, the watch turns on. It has the Zepp OS, which of course this watch is Amazfit, so it works with the Zepp app, which is one of the best, because I've been using Amazfit Neo for like 5 years. And this is like a Tissot view, and this you can see when it comes to AOD display, it's like this, but when you touch it, or when you double click on it, you have the original face. So by pressing on it like any smartwatch, you can have the different faces. For example, Tissot, you can use the app to choose whichever you want. In the app you can also choose other settings like heart rate monitor and so on. For example, you can of course put the digital face also, and if you press above button, you have the menu like the Apple Watch. Of course, you can choose. There are two options: either you can have the this version or the list view version. And I would definitely say if you get this watch, then you can of course install apps and definitely get this app, the one which is here, the health app. So why I would recommend this is because you have everything in at one place. So you have the exercise data. I put for 5 seconds only, so it turns out very fast. You have the stress level, you have the sleep, and you have the heart health, workout status, and so on. So it's called as health center. And if you swipe down, you have the control panel, which you can of course change the menus. You have the Bluetooth here, lock. You can also put the password actually on it. So when you are using it on your wrist, it will not be locked. Whenever it detects that it's not on the wrist anymore, it will lock itself, and then you have to put the again the lock or the passcode to unlock it. And if you go to the setting, you have the watch face and time, watch face, time format, day format. It also has the built-in GPS, which is very good. You don't need to take the phone with you all the time. In this case, Bluetooth is on. You can connect the Bluetooth headphones. And then you have the display. This is important. Brightness, you can set it either automatic. For example, here is automatic set now. And then you have the screen on duration. Let me change it to at least 15 seconds so it doesn't. And you have the warning all the time of the battery. Always on display is amazing. You have two options. First is always on, of course. Then you can choose style. So if you follow the watch face, that means whatever watch face will be there, it will use the same watch in the AOD display. Or otherwise we can use a selection for the other. For example, if I type selection and I choose this one, and now if you see, if I go down, go back, you have this main face. And if I put AOD, you have the same face, but yes, it turns off all the pixels. For example, let me do that, and it turns on only the time one, or which should be visible. So this is one setting actually. And what we can do is, if you go back, put on the setting and display AOD, and here always on style, if you choose the style selection, in which case, for example, I choose this, and now if you go back, then now this is the main face. But if I go to AOD setting, you have this analog watch which I chose the setting. And you can also choose a single tap to wake or double tap to wake. In this case, I have double tap to wake. And if you go through sound and vibration, workout notification, you can also reply from the watch to WhatsApp and other messages, whichever sports. For example, you don't need to reply on the phone. So this is like the one which you have in the expensive or the Apple Watch series. You don't need, of course, it does not have the LTE included. It will use the Bluetooth connection. So you need to be connected to the Bluetooth, of course. And then you have the battery manager, which you can choose. You can see the battery. Well, it gives you recommendations what to do to increase the battery life and so on, which I do not care for now. And then you have the map. You can have the offline map. Till now I do not have it, and you can choose it, and you can keep only the watch and you use the navigation. It has a single band, I would say, not the dual band, so it might not be so accurate if you're going in very tall buildings, or I don't know, maybe in the forest. So I think these are all the settings. In the left you have this, if you connect to the Bluetooth, it's like well, that's a GPT, but the Zepp itself one. So I would say they're using the local LLM or whatever. You can ask anything. You can ask also about to like reduce the brightness. It's like helping aid or voice assistant. Then you can also have the weather and so on, alarm. It also has the pre-memory and also has the NFC. But most of the time I saw that people say that their cards or their bank are not supported in EU. But there is another way. There is some app, I'm not sure of the name, but that you can use to add the cards, and then you can use the NFC of the watch. But sometime I heard that with the Revolut, for example, if you use they charge you a simple fee, a transaction fee every time. For others bank, I'm not sure. And then you have the do not disturb mode on and off, and watch faces and so on. I believe I went through everything. They have biocharge, steps, weather, heart rate monitor, Zepp Pay, which is the NFC you need to do, and so on. So I would say definitely it's a unisex watch. The person who do not like the very big bands, like do what you would call it, who does the exercise using the watch instead of the dumbbells, I would definitely not recommend this. But if you want a sleek, slim, and lightweight watch, definitely Amazfit 2 is one of the best contender. If you like, of course, the oval shape or the round shape. If you want the other shape, I would say the best for me, I would say it could be the Bip 6, or the other one would be the Xiaomi 10 Pro, which I'm going to, of course, review in the next few days. And also I will compare these two, the battery life and so on. And so for the small race, if you want to compare with the Amazfit Neo, which I'm using for like last 5 years, that's why you can see it is like the pixels or memory pixels are almost gone. And I would say if you look at the slimness, they are almost same, and the size is same. Of course, this is the round one, so you have the well, a bit it looks bigger, but if you look at the rest, and the difference of the weight is also not so much. This is around 15, this is around I believe 21 gram. And I believe I answered all the question. If you have any other question, please comment in the comment box. It's always open. And please let me know what I can do to make the reviews better. Of course, I'm not going in the details of the heart rate monitoring and the comparison with the polar and so on. But as far as I saw, it's pretty accurate, along with the gold standard, polar measurement, the heart rate, and the sleep measuring tool, I would say. So it's pretty accurate for that. Steps are amazing, like very accurate, or pretty accurate, of course. And I believe in this price and this quality, this is one of the best. I would say I would definitely recommend this rather than the big bulky watches. And it also looks like a jewelry piece rather than a small computer or tool on your wrist. Well, thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments if you want me to answer some question. Thanks.